frozen. Must go on. We got tomato today. I bet you thought you'd never see me again. Get ready for more of these. I used to hate tomatoes when I was younger, especially the skin. I would like take off the skin of the tomato before it went in the food, or else I wouldn't eat it. And if I saw it in the food, like while I was eating, it almost feels like there's hair in my food or something. And I never liked that. And then I grew up, and you realize sometimes when you go to a restaurant and there are sandwiches, the sandwiches have a tomato in them and the skin is not off. So I couldn't really take the sandwich out in order to take the tomato skin off. So I would just chew on it and just be disgusted. And then when I moved to Japan, I found out that a lot of Asians or Koreans, well, I can't say a lot of because I didn't ask, but I heard, and they wear tomato on their skin to help with aging. Now, I'm only 25, so to be honest, this tomato one, I'm only doing it for because I heard, but I'm not doing it the same way as I do with other foods. But my favorite food to put on is the cucumber and aloe vera. Aloe vera is the most effective. Like you see results right away because it's all just water, so it hydrates you and you feel it, you see it, and it lives up to its word. But oranges, what I do with oranges is that sometimes because I'm traveling and it's always super hot, like I've had 3 different skin shades in the last 2 weeks, all because some days it's super sunny and I have to be outside, or some days I decide to just spend the whole week in the house because I work from home. So it's like I don't need to be outside, I don't need to see people. And this is actually a little bit light, but some days like I get super dark and then it doesn't match the rest of my body, so I'm like, what? And I can't wear makeup, so there's no way to match up like what's down here versus what's up here. And I noticed that oranges take away the tan, and so that works. But also, sometimes when you spend like the whole entire day in the sun and you come back, I don't know what it is with other people, but for some people they like that, where it's like they feel rejuvenated and the sun's just, it makes them youthful. But for me, if I'm out in the sun, by the time I'm done with it, I look aged. It's as if like my skin has been barbecued, and like it's weird. It's like I shrivel up and I age in the sun, and I don't like that. So in Japan, the whole tomato thing worked. The orange peeled worked. Each time, obviously, we'll talk about different things, but the properties in tomatoes are actually awesome. Because when you eat your tomatoes, like I only have one right now, and I eat tomatoes quite often. Before, you just eat the whole thing and you're like, well, I'm good. But after being in Asia, as you can see, they've influenced me because I look up every ingredient in every beauty product and I'm like, oh, that has this in it? Well, it's better be going on my skin. And I find the natural part of it and I use it. So here we are with the tomato. And we do this like once a week with one item just to see progress. And like I said, aloe vera is the best. So, yeah. To be honest, like when the tomato is cold and it goes on your skin, sometimes I use it to put right under my eye. There's nothing I love more than having, and remember, I don't do this for acidic fruits or citrus, because yes, tomato does have acid in it, and It's not as high as the other citrus fruits, so I never ever put citrus up here closer to my eyelids because I just don't want it to burn. But for the tomato, I do it for like a little bit, and it just feels so good. I feel like I'm at a spa, and it opens up my eyes, and I'm like, oh, look at me, I'm fresh. So yeah, looking wonderful. I like the little particles that it leaves behind. But yeah, so I don't leave it for long. And because this video has been going on for 6 minutes, so we'll stop here. And I always give myself like a 5-minute test. If the product burns, wash it off right away. I don't give it time, because if it burns, that means it'll burn your skin, and if your skin burns, you go back to square one. It gets darker again, you get spots, and it's just not good. I'll finish eating the rest of my tomatoes though. We out of here. Okay, we're gonna wash this off.